No, people rarely have very good views of risk. They recognise the risk, and they know that they're living in an area where the risk is present. But in terms of acting on that risk, people's views tend to be quite unrealistic. And there are a couple of mechanisms that typically explain why this is. One of them is called optimistic bias. It's when people think that accidents happen to other people, is that people think that other people are more at risk from themselves. So when we ask people questions like, if we ask them to evaluate the risk that they face from bushfire, and we ask them to say, to answer the question, relative to yourself, how well prepared do you think other people are in the community? And they will tend to see other people as less well prepared or more vulnerable or more at risk. And this means that even though they accept a need for public education, they see that need as resting with other people. So they're less likely to attend to information or to act on that information because they've already made the assumption that it is for others and not for themselves. A second factor is what's called sort of risk homeostasis, and this defines a state where people evaluate their need to take actions with how safe they think the environment is. And in the context of working out how safe the environment is, they're already making assumptions that they have fire agencies that will respond to those events. That reduces their personal responsibility. On average, about 60% of people, even though they recognise a need for better preparedness, still defer responsibility for that preparedness to fire agencies. So they don't see a need to do anything. So they can still recognise the need for better risk management, but they have made a decision that results in them subconsciously passing that responsibility to other people. So I mean, these are two of the sort of prominent factors. People will also often overestimate how prepared that they actually are. So, for example, in some of the interviews that we conducted in Hobart, when asking people about how well, or what constituted being well prepared, responses range from mowing the lawn regularly to the other extreme, which was actually designing and building a house to make it as fireproof as possible. Both of those individuals will see themselves as well prepared. And if people think that they're already well prepared, then they are less likely to pay attention to information that talks about other kinds of preparatory activities or any other steps that they may have to take. And it's for these reasons that it's important to start to engage people but we can only break down these barriers by engaging with people and presenting them with information and discussions which cause them to pause and reflect on these kinds of decisions and to recognise that they're not appropriate for their circumstances.